Going live for years, and we still don't know the exact perfect time to start talking.
So we're currently talking about soap.
So we're talking about
And soap.
It smells so good. Anyways, hello everyone. Happy hump day. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's hump day.
It's my day.
It's Becca's day.
We're so confused.
Yeah. So we also got a lot of Facebook questions, and we forgot to update you all, which that's our bad. We're sorry. Starting June 1st, we did flip-flop the lives a little bit to be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays instead of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So there will not be a live video on Tuesday, but there is on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the days that we're not live on the weekdays, we do give you guys those awesome organic videos, and we've bumped that time up to 1:30 p.m. Eastern. So regardless of what's going on that day, at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, you will see a video from us, whether that be live or pre-recorded on the YouTube channel, which is awesome. But hello everybody, and Miss Barbara, she said she just got out of the hospital. Miss Barbara, I'm not sure why you were in the hospital. If it's on Facebook, I'm sorry, I was not on there earlier, but I hope that you are making a speedy recovery. I'm glad you are back home now. So yeah, definitely let me know. We'll keep you in our prayers. But yeah, guys, I hope you all are having a great day. Since Father's Day is coming up faster than we thought, we have worked in some Father's Day crafts that we have made recently into the live stream, because I know that a lot of times we might not get you guys content the fastest, because to be honest, sometimes we forget that there are holidays happening around us or that they're coming up. So when we notice in like 2 weeks and then we make content, get it to you guys, that's a little bit last minute. So we wanted to make sure that we do this in a timely manner for you guys. And hello, Miss Christy. Hello, everybody. April from Tennessee. Hello, we're in Tennessee as well. And I think Miss Sarah is on her way here. She's moving here to Tennessee. I don't know where, but I don't know how to say Thornborough. Thornborough. Miss Sarah is on her way here. She's moving. So prayers for safe travels for you, Miss Sarah, as you come to good old Rocky Top. Okay. This is the Father's Day craft we're going to be making today. It's super cute. This is a very easy project if you haven't, done a lot with Cricut. Don't think that this is super overwhelming. There's really not a lot of steps to it. And again, because I have prepped so much for you guys today, we're going to be able to answer a lot of questions and get down to the nitty-gritty of this project and not have to fill time cutting and weeding and, all that good stuff. So, guys, a couple things. The yearly membership is still on sale because we are congratulating ourselves, but by doing that, we're thanking you all and giving you guys a sale for $20 off of the yearly membership using that code MAKE. And if you're like, hey, I'm new here, what is that membership for? What is it? Well, good question. We run a die cutting membership called Maker's Gonna Learn, and it is an incredible community. We have over 4,000 digital cut files. I would say, close to 400 fonts, Becca, if not.
Yeah, we need to recount them. I'd say we're at 400 already.
We probably are, yeah. And on top of that, we have amazing printable guides and a members-only Facebook group and free e-courses and commercial licensing and so much good stuff. And if you want to be a yearly member, that is what's on sale today. And you also get the most benefits for the least amount of money, not including the sale. So you can knock an extra $20 off of that by using that code MAKE while you check out, which is awesome. Also, get your summer summit if you haven't already. We are tying it all up in a nice pretty bow, and I can't wait for you guys to see everything we have in store. We've got 10 really great classes. I was looking at them again today, and we've got a good lineup for this year. I'm really excited. We're really going to get you guys pumped up and your homes ready and your skills elevated. It's going to be super fun. So guys, ask all the questions that you have about anything that we've got going on today. You can ask them about the project or projects in general, whatever you'd like to do. That's what these lives are for, which is awesome. All of these supplies are linked in the description below.
Sparkle Dumpster's here.
Sparkle Dumpster, it's good to see you.
We've been looking for you.
Hello, Sparkle Dumpster. Yes, we have. And before I forget, I made Miss Becca remind me, so I know that if I forgot, she would remind me. However, I'm just going to do it now and then probably have to do it a little bit later. But we did launch a contest for a $50 Amazon gift card. And it was if you commented on the last live that we had, which was Tanner showing his amazing little craft room in his home. And the winner of that Amazon gift card, random winner, is Miss Susan Sloan.
Yay,
so
Miss
congrats,
Susan.
Please email us at hi@makersgonnalearn.com with your email address that you would like that gift card sent to, and we will send that to you. Yes, ma'am. Congratulations. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the supplies. You all do not hesitate to ask your questions. Let us know what you guys have got going on. Right now it is 84 degrees. That's hot. It's 84 degrees here. It is sunny. We are thankful for the sun. However, I think tomorrow it's supposed to storm, so that's not going to be super fun. But okay, we're just going to go through these. First off is this frame here, and this is a Hobby Lobby frame. Please don't pay $10 for it, though. Wait till it goes on sale. I think Hobby Lobby runs sales, like the same sales every other week or every 2 weeks.
Aren't there frames on sale every week, though?
Are there? I don't know if it's... I know T-shirts are always on sale.
Yeah, one of their sections of frames, and I don't know if it's from this section or not, but the ones that are like over in the decor, I think are always 30% off.
Maybe. Whatever it is, make sure you get it.
But I don't think these
off.
are from that section.
I don't think so, because I'll hit it on a sale and then buy a lot of them because we use them so often. But things like shirts and things like Becca's talking about, there are things that are on sale constantly. Miss Catherine, is there going to be support and talk on the Design Make Sale Facebook? I need encouragement as I haven't been the best at making the best use of money I spent on it. Thanks. Miss Catherine, yes ma'am, of course, we are going to be building up that Facebook group, and having you guys be able to have that as your own little private community in there with just those amazing professional tier ticket holders, which is incredible. And if you haven't already got Design Make Sale and you are interested in, learning how to design your own SVGs and make your own fonts and, how to style projects and how to take photos and, where to sell and what to sell and things like that, it's incredible. So you guys need to take that course, Design Make Sale. It's awesome. The link is in the description below for that as well. 87 here, Miss Tammy says. That's warm. Patricia, it is going to be 110 in Palm Springs.
Die. Oh my God, I would die.
Oh my gosh.
Anything over 75 and I'm complaining.
Same. 72 is my ideal outside temperature.
Oh, for sure. With the wind blowing.
With 72 with the wind.
Yeah.
High 60s if there's no wind.
Ooh, that's
like
beautiful.
68.
Yeah.
I always keep it 68 in my home. So anything above that, and I'm getting hot, you know. So
me and Rachel are good friends.
It's true.
Yeah.
Me and Becca have a lot in common.
Yeah.
We do.
I have really long, pretty hair like Rachel. I just wear it out for you guys. Guys, do you guys...
It's true.
I have dreams all the time, and this is one of my recurring dreams that I've had for years, that I have gorgeous long hair, and then when I wake up and my hair's not there, then I'm sad.
Becca!
No, seriously.
What?
Which is so funny. And sometimes in my dream
that kind of breaks my heart.
And sometimes in my dreams I can look in the mirror and say, Becca, this isn't real. You don't have long hair.
This isn't your hair.
But I look like a man with long hair because my hair... No, I'm not kidding. It's so bad. I have really, really, really thick, coarse hair, and it's awful.
I had big hair.
So, yeah, it's a problem.
My hair's fine and thin and stringy.
Your hair
and
is gorgeous.
Well, thank you, Becca.
That's a big rabbit trail.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, that's okay. It's okay. Cracked me up that she said me and Rachel have long, luscious hair. Yeah. Okay. This is an 8x10 frame. It's just kind of wood around the outside. We didn't stain it. It came this way. And it was $10, but I think we paid $5 for it because we got it 50% off. Mm-hmm. And then all we did here was take out that little piece and open her up, and then we used this gorgeous galvanized pattern paper on it. We just used a paper trimmer and trimmed it to 8x10 and then threw it in our frame. So easy. This is from the Paper Studio. It's 69 cents, but usually they have like 4 for $1 sales. Yeah. So we like to stock up on these. We use them quite a bit. We have to keep them super handy, so we do love these.
Yeah, that's one print that we use a whole lot of.
It is.
Yeah.
And this is good for like you can use multiple of them and then they not look super awkward. You know, with other
like
pattern
a repeating
paper.
pattern.
Yeah, like a repeating pattern. With other pattern paper, some of them, you can totally tell like there's a line right there.
Yeah.
But if you do this, really you can't tell. It's just so busy. There's so much going on, you can't even tell. So we love that pattern paper. We stock up on that. Then again from Hobby Lobby, a lot of Hobby Lobby today. We have these little wood pile squares, and they're teeny tiny. They're just little squares, and these are 1 1/4 inches. So this is actually perfect size for this frame today. And all we did with these is stain them. So they went from this to this, and we stained them with Early American. So Minwax Early American. I know, guys, we're not using Jacobin. I did use Jacobin on this because something possessed me.
I think I've converted these MGLers.
And then look how beautiful that, guys,
So
it's
pretty.
like it was made with it. Okay, so I don't know what high I was on here, but you need to be using Early American for sure because it's so cute. So again, these are from Hobby Lobby, just little squares. There's 8 in a little pack. 1 1/4 inches by 3/16 of an inch thick. So those are perfect. We love those. Let me see. There's our Early American. We're using our masking paper transfer tape. We have our Lynn Lily hot glue gun up and running and hot for us. And then we're going to be using some paper towels and alcohol because, guys, just before I blow your minds, I'm just going to tell you. Becca knows what I'm going to say.
I don't know.
We're not ironing on wood today. We're not going to do it. We're using vinyl, 2 different types. And really the only thing we're applying are little letters, like itty bitty letters. And these are relatively smooth pieces of wood. If you get some in a pack that aren't, you can sand them down. But I feel like we shed a negative light. I was going to go a little softer, but we do shed a negative light on vinyl on wood. And really, I made a whole video about it last week. It won't be up for a couple weeks for you guys, but I really just had to step back and think, okay, Rachel, let's not be too biased because while we love this, I'm sure a lot of people have plenty of success using vinyl with wood. While it's not my favorite thing, and I struggled with this, and I would have rather done iron-on, it's not impossible to do vinyl on wood, especially when it's for a project like this.
That's what I was going to say. In general, the reason I use HTV on wood is because it stays on longer. So if it's going to be in a place that's going to be touched or something like that, then the adhesive is just better for it. But in this, it's never going to be touched.
True, yeah.
So why not, yeah.
And
I mean, I still would use HTV.
I kind of regret not. But with these little pieces of wood, I have had 1 or 2 fails doing something super similar to this with HTV because I'm using my mini EasyPress and I'm moving it around. And it will, I talk about it in the video too, where wood is flat. And HTV is used to bonding to something like cotton. Whenever you heat up that adhesive, it kind of gets a little slippity slidey. So once you heat that up, it's up to the adhesive to cool down, and that's what bonds it to the wood because it doesn't have any fibers to bond to. So it kind of moves around a little bit on you, but of course, practice makes perfect, and it was a slip up or whatever. So it's not a big deal. You can do both. But one of the big benefits that I noticed using vinyl on wood versus HTV on wood, and one of the reasons why I'm such an HTV on wood lover, is because if you do anything bigger than something tiny like this, and I'm sure Becca can attest to this, if it's like a larger project, okay, and you have a smooth wood that you've stained and maybe put a little bit of lacquer on so it's super smooth and ready for your vinyl, if you're trying to line that up correctly, it's going to be so much harder to line up with vinyl. Whereas, guys, if you use HTV, you can lay it down and stick it to your wood 1,000 times. And you can lay it down, look at it. If you don't like it, peel it up. It's so much easier to reposition HTV before you heat it than it is vinyl. Usually vinyl is just a one chance fancy. If you lay it down and don't like it, sorry, it's already sticking, so that's just where it's got to stay. So that is what we love about HTV as well, and something to think about for larger projects.
Do we seal HTV on wood, Rachel?
We don't need to. So you would want to seal this with either Mod Podge, polyacrylic. Before you put it on here, you could use polyurethane spray if you wanted to. But again, like Becca said, since it's kind of just chilling here on a frame and it's not like on a mug or on an outdoor sign, it's not a necessity. You don't have to. But in general, the quickest answer is yes. You need to seal your vinyl. Yeah. With HTV, you don't really have to. It creates a stronger bond, and it's less thick, and you don't have to really worry about the adhesive getting all junked up in there. But anyways, okay, I think I went through all of that. Yeah. So we're going to be applying vinyl. This is 651 vinyl onto the slick surface and these little wood pieces here. So, again, I've done a lot of prep for you guys today, so you don't have to worry about, you know, all that mess. So we have already went through and stained all of these little guys. So just go through there, put some gloves on, get you a poster board, get a little staining cloth or a paper towel. For stuff this small, a paper towel's fine. No need to waste, you know, some of your staining cloth on that. Let it dry for a while. I did these at like 10 o'clock this morning. You know, so they're fine. I mean, it takes such little stain. Yeah, so I just used that, stained them, and let them sit for a while. I didn't do the back, I just did the front, so you don't have to get too crazy with it. That's so easy. That's probably the hardest part about this. And we're working with two fonts today. One of them is new, and one of them we've had for a while. The new one is Fierce Sights, and that was one that came out this past collection. You guys remember seeing this little project. And then the second one is, of course, Scrabble Tile. So we are going to be using our OG Scrabble Tile font.
Wait, I thought this was a cut file. This isn't a cut file?
This is fonts.
What? Mind blown.
Becca's mind is blown, guys. I've blown Becca's mind.
I
That's
swear I
not
thought this
often.
was a cut file. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do this today.
Okay.
So you can get super creative and do something like this with the word mother or sister or daughter, you know, or aunt or something like that. You can get super, you know.
I like it.
Yeah. So those are the two fonts we're using. Fierce Sights and Scrabble Tile. And again, other than go ahead and staining those, we have also went ahead and placed our galvanized paper into our frame here. So that's as far as we've gotten, okay? That's as far as we've gotten. Now, I will say I have applied some vinyl to these. That's just because I didn't want you guys to have to see this like 6 times, you know? So I've left a couple to show you, but not enough to bore you. I think that's mine and Becca's motto, is we're going to show you things, but not bore you with things. So, yeah, I think the next step is just going ahead and going in Design Space and checking out how I put this together, because it can be a little bit tricky, but it's very repetitive, much like, you know, placing vinyl places. So I'll do a couple of these words, and then you guys are rocking it. So don't even worry about that. You guys know what you're doing. But definitely let me know if you guys have a question in Design Space, because I'm not going to spend a ton of time in there. So let me know if you guys need any more clarification for anything for sure. And let me enter in my passcode here. Becca, what happened? Why are you saying so sorry? What happened? Did I miss something?
We just had a viewer that said because of money issues I had to cancel my year membership. Now I feel like the child that is left behind. I cannot wait to activate it again. I was just wanting to say sorry.
I'm so sorry.
But we're glad that you can be friends with us here.
We are. And to be quite honest, we are glad you did not put yourself in a financial predicament, because you guys and your stability, whether that be financially or, you know, what have you, is very important to us. And we do not want anybody getting into a bind, you know, with our membership. You know, it's totally voluntary. So here is what it looks like. This is just kind of like the shapes finished a little bit here. Me and Becca absolutely adore placing our sizes here in Design Space to see kind of, you know, what we're going to be looking at here. So this is what it's going to look like finished. This is the Fierce Sights font, and I've already have this all attached like this, so you can see how easy that's going to be to weed and all that. So what I did first, I'm just going to scoot this over and then kind of show you guys step by step how I got there. I'm going to bring us out just a little bit. And the reason why I have my square here is 9.75 by 7.5 is because while my frame is 8 by 10 and it can fit an 8 by 10 photo, I measured in between, like, you know, the outer edge of the frame, and it was only 7.5 by 9.75. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to unlock this little guy down here and go up to width here, 7.5, and then I'm going to go to height, 9.75, and right there is just kind of the base there. And since it's just going to be this galvanized paper, I'll just make it light gray, just like that. And let me see here. Miss Carol, is it just my perception, or the letters on the tiles a smidge larger than those on the paper? Yeah, Carol, that is fine. These are Scrabble tiles, and I did not want to make it to where like the Scrabble tile letters were tiny, but I also didn't want to overtake it with the other font. And in my opinion, looking at the word father needs to be a bit larger, kind of draw your eye in, and then the words that describe those,
Well, it needs to fit on the Scrabble tile properly too. You wouldn't want it to be too small on the Scrabble tile.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it small on the Scrabble tile. I mean, that's what I was trying to say at the beginning. It didn't really come out, but thank you, Becca. Becca can talk better than I can.
Sometimes, but not all the time.
Listen, we have our strengths and weaknesses.
You can't have the hair and the
no, I can't. No, right, yeah. That'd be unfair to humanity, right?
It would be.
I love it. So, feel free to make yours larger, Carol, if you want them to be even, but I personally like that the words themselves are a bit smaller. I like the emphasis being on the Scrabble tiles. And these were the size of the Scrabble tiles at Hobby Lobby. If you guys want to cut these down, feel free, but I did not want to. So the next thing is to grab another square and to enter in your little Scrabble tile dimensions here. And these are teeny tiny. Let me look here. Yeah, just 1 1/4 is what we'll pop in there. So we'll go right here, 1.25, enter. There we go. And for father, we need several of them. So Father. Awesome. So now I'm just kind of building this out, just seeing how it's going to look. This is just kind of part of the process. And then once we go in here and start adding our letters and our words and stuff is when it's going to get a little bit trickier and where we're going to want to pay more attention to sizing and things like that. So it's super important to have things in Design Space, the actual size that you're going to want it. I see some questions. Let me see here. Miss Carmen, I need your advice. I have a Cricut expression that I never used. Do you recommend buying the Maker? Taking into account that 1, I never used it, 2, price of the Maker. Miss Carmen. Good question. I do 100% recommend upgrading. However, unless you feel the need to cut wood or chipboard or fabric or something, then just go ahead and get the Cricut Explore Air 2. It is a lot cheaper than the Maker, and it's still an incredible machine. Don't get the Joy, especially if it's your first Cricut after your expression. Just because it's smaller, I feel like it'd be a little bit harder to learn if you are new to the Cricut Air world and above. So we would definitely recommend a Cricut Explore Air 2. They're a great machine.
I actually just did a video on this yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I personally have a Maker at home because I use a lot of different materials when I'm crafting. But the Air 2, honestly, I think it's a really solid machine. In general, we have, how many Air 2s do we have here?
4?
We have 4 Air 2s and 7 Makers. 4, 5, 6.
6? We have got a lot.
Anyway, and so we have experience with them, obviously.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, we have less trouble out of our Air 2s. Like, I don't know, just being 100% honest. But as far as like, will you use it versus the expression? I personally think that because you're limited with the expression because of the cartridges and things like that, then I think that is one reason why I personally would not have used it as much as I would use like the Air 2 or the Maker.
It's just, you have to buy those cartridges and those are super expensive. But no, I mean, you do not have to buy the Maker because, again, it really is expensive. I'm not sure if it's still on sale. Miss Catherine asked. I'm not sure if it's on sale still. But the Air 2 is an incredible machine. It's a great upgrade there. It's not going to limit you with size or really material that you can cut very much. So, yeah, that's great. Good questions. And guys, again, not trying to be rude, not being rude. Feel free to make this however you would like, but this is just how I've done it in Design Space. So commenting on sizing or alignment or this or that. That's things that you guys can control personally, and I'm not going to take extra time and fix because Becca's already took finished photos of this project and things like that. So again, feel free to do these however you want, but how I have it over on the left is exactly how it's been cut a second time, but feel free to do yours how you like. Okay, so as you can see, these squares are not super pretty, they're not super aligned, so I have a really fun little tool for us. So we're going to move that big one over and then select all of these, and then we can come in here to, let me see, is it arrange? No, it's align. I'm crazy. And you can do center horizontally if you want to, so if you want to just center them up, that's great. But then I'm going to click align and go all the way down here and click this button, distribute vertically. So what this is going to do is your top square and your bottom square is like the guide here, and all the squares in the middle from the top and the bottom square, it's just going to align evenly for us. So you can watch that right now. Oh, wasn't that satisfying, guys? I love that. So I'm going to bring this in and see how I like it, and I really do. That's really pretty. So now I actually think I want to make it a little bit closer in. Looking at it now. Now, take into account this is not just the size of the frame in general, it's the size of the middle of the frame. So this is what we have to work with, which is good to note as well. So yeah, that looks better. I like to have a little bit more space there. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to group them together just so they're kind of attached there on our canvas for us. And now I'm going to start working with my fonts. So it would be easiest to go ahead and do the Scrabble tiles. So we're going to go up here to text and go up there to font. All of the Makers Gonna Learn fonts that you guys will have is up in system fonts. So I'm going to click system fonts and start typing in Scrabble. Wow, that is really misspelled that there. Here we go. And let's just do F-A-T-A-G-R. Okay, sweet. Now I'm going to size these up a little bit. And before I resize these or ungroup them or whatever, I'm going to take these up here and select white as my color. Size them up just a little bit. And I'm going to focus on just one letter here. So I'm going to put the F in there. And I can just see from doing that the F fits good. And if the F is sized well, then that means they're all sized well because they're all sized together. That is why I would recommend keeping them in their own text box. Or you could do it this way. Have a text box here, get an F, and then don't touch it. Go over to the text, A, don't touch it, and so on and so forth. I'll do a T and then be done. T, so you could do the whole word like that, and then group these together and size them up. And they're still separate text boxes, but you can move them together because they're overlapped, and you can, you'll be able to know that they all look good in the same size. So that's another way that you guys can do that if you would want to. I'm just going to keep them as one text box like I did. And now that I know I like that sizing, that it fits well onto my squares, now I'm going to just click ungroup here and take my F and pull my F up here, and so on and so forth. So you guys can get super particular with this, but since I'm going to have to do this afterwards, and this is not going to stay here forever, and it's not going to be perfect, I have to align these letters on my little wooden squares. I'm not going to bother putting them in the center or anything, or making sure they're 100% perfect. So yeah, so got that one in there. So again, these aren't super perfect. Don't come at me for that. I'm just going to grab these and group all that together as well so I can see it. And now that we've got that done, all we have left to do is pop in our other font with our words here. Now, it's a little bit odd to have to type these out. So this one is easy though, unny, because we're going to be typing funny. That's how it's going to be read. So we're going to go up to text, go up to our fonts, and then X that out. And we're going to type in fierce. And this is just like a really good, simple, basic font. It's great. So we're just going to type in UNNY. This one's really easy to do. So there you go. Super, super easy. And next is patient, but we're going to be typing out P and then not the A. So P-T-I-E-N-T. I know it looks super weird. And Now what we're going to do, this is for me is the easiest thing to do, is go ahead and ungroup these and then immediately go back and attach that part of the word, you know?
Yeah, because they're kerned well already.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
So now, before I do anything nuts, I'm going to take my arrow keys and use my arrow keys and space them out like that. And that way I can kind of bring this up and see how I like it. And of course, that needs to come way on over. So I'm going to line my P kind of where I like it. Click off of it, click back on this word, and use those arrow keys again. That way I'm not messing up the evenness of these two. But if I did, I could simply, like if I took this guy and accidentally, oh, he's way down there, you could take this one and while pressing shift in your, on your keyboard, press that P as well. And then it'll select both of those. Then you can go up to align and click align center vertically. Boom. Then it just kind of fixes what happened there. And I want to kind of make that go up a bit. So once you have that, what I recommend doing is having them both selected, the P and then the rest of that word there, and coming down here and attaching those. So that way I can move this around. Well, my goodness, you guys know what I was trying to do. That way I can take this and move this around freely, and then I can just pop that back just right there. So yeah, that's looking good. Okay, on to the next one. Now, guys, let me know. I'm probably just going to do one more word since, again, this is
repetitive.
Super repetitive, yeah. So let me know if you guys want me to keep going, if you guys need anything. This happy is going to be just like that funny. The clever and the caring is going to go just like this patient did. So I'm just going to do strong. So you're going to go back up. S-R-O-N-G. We're not going to do the T here. And then again, I'm going to bring it over and immediately ungroup it. And then immediately go in here and attach that. Now with my arrow keys, I'm going to go out like that.
There is a question. It says, good afternoon. I have a question. If I don't have Maker's Gonna Learn, which you should, how could I make this project? So you can definitely make this project with other fonts. You don't have to have these specific fonts, but if you want it exactly like this, these exact fonts, then these are Maker's Gonna Learn fonts that are available to our yearly members. So you will need to do that. Otherwise, you can go into Design Space and pick some of the fonts. I don't know if you have Cricut Access or what fonts you have, but just, choose your own fonts and make it that way.
And it's your lucky day, actually.
Yeah.
Because the yearly membership, which is actually the only membership tier in which our members receive fonts, is $20 off. Miss Becca dropped that. Use the code MAKE at checkout and you guys can get $20 off, which is awesome. And Miss Anna Smith, they are linked in the description below. We got them at Hobby Lobby. And we love them. They're just little square wooden blocks here. And someone is asking, can you watch this later?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you can watch this later. Absolutely. Yeah. This will be available to watch for a very long time. So once you have it, you have that wrong here kind of pulled over. Wow, I sounded really Southern when I said that word. You can bring this in here, and again, you can see how it's just a bit too over there. So we're going to take our arrow keys again. And it is important to kind of look up at your other lines and see, okay, this P looks like it's just about as far away from that tile as that S is. That looks good. You do have to eyeball some on this project, but as much as you can align and, attach, it does make it definitely easier. So this is looking awesome. Now, again, the next one is just happy. It's so easy. That's all you gotta do. That's it. And we're not really sizing these because they're kind of just chilling at their regular size. So we're just leaving them how they are. So it's really, really easy to do this. Okay, so that is how to do that. I'm not going to do all of them because you guys are all pros. Let me know if you do have any questions, though, and I will be sure to answer those. I will stay here in Design Space to answer any of these questions, and while I wait for them to roll in, I'll just share a little bit about Maker's Gonna Learn and our breakdown for our yearly members. So yearly members are the only members who can get those fonts, and while this does say 200, we have about 400 now, which is awesome. You do get that commercial license, meaning that all of our active yearly members can sell any project that they make using our cut files and fonts legally to make money. And then on top of all of that, we do have these amazing online courses that teach you guys how to master your machine, how to master design space, and then one on how to build a business through die cutting, which is an amazing way to use that commercial license that comes with it, which is awesome. So down here is another breakdown I love. I'm a very visual learner, so I love seeing all of this. You can see the amount of scissors or perks go up. Look at all those perks that you get being a yearly member compared to being a 6-month or monthly member. And look at that price go down. And this is not including that discount today. So if you want this, if you want to join today, you can click any of our awesome, buttons that we've got going on. Come to this page, you'll enter in all your amazing information, but do not forget to come down here and enter in that coupon code MAKE. And that is what will give you that coupon. And this is all you will pay to spend an entire year crafting. You will have an entire year of our files coming out, an entire year of our fonts, an entire year of all the goodness that you guys get, plus all of our back library with thousands of cut files and hundreds of fonts. It is an amazing community here. And also, we give out files and fonts almost every single week. There's only 1 week a month that we do not give out either files or fonts, which is incredible, guys. So let me see, Terry, I do not know how to upload the fonts. Do you have a class for that? Miss Terry, we not only have several videos on it here on the YouTube channel, regardless if you're trying to use your iPad, your laptop, or your desktop, but we also have some amazing printable guides on the membership. I will show you them right now because they're incredible. We don't talk about them enough. So they're on your dashboard here. So if you go to your dashboard, you will be able to see all of your member resources and your account information and stuff. And down here is all your guides, if my mouse would cooperate with me. So you can see the Cricut printable guide, the Maker is going to Learn printable guide, where all of the fonts and cut files are if you'd like to see those. And the printable guide here is just got, how many pages did that say? How many pages?
I was looking.
12. So this is 12 pages long. It shows you how to download, how to upload, all that good stuff, so you guys can know exactly how to do that. And then we have this printable guide, which we actually have on our table here that we love. This one has so much stuff. It has terminology for newbies, which is incredible. It's got, what you should cut with a mat, with which mat, blades and what the blades do and what you can cut with the blades. I mean, look at this, guys. It's like all your Cricut questions answered in one little guide here. We have so many hacks, EasyPress temperature charts, term glossaries, cheat sheets, how to download. I mean, look at all this. I mean, it's just like so much awesomeness. You guys are spoiled, I'm telling you, right? I mean,
and I did just drop a link. There's a video that I linked where Tanner is showing how to
it's
install
super
fonts.
easy.
Yeah.
You guys will love downloading these fonts, Miss Terry, Mr. Terry, Corey, the viewer. And we have an iOS guide too. If you guys are all about that iPad life, then you guys can see all about. Now this guy's a honker, I know. 58 pages, guys. If you are a visual learner, then this is like paradise.
Guys, I haven't used my phone or iOS device in forever for design space to actually make things. And my kids were monopolizing my computer here at work today, so I used my phone. I really loved it.
Did you?
I did. I loved because I always had my phone in my smock pocket. And I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Oh, that's smock.
Yeah. That's a good one.
It is. She sewed her own pockets on it, people.
Yeah. They're not even the same color.
It's okay.
Whatever.
Okay. Close enough. So Miss Terry Corey says, I'm a yearly member and a newbie for sure. Well, then you are in the perfect place. Becca gave you some resources there, and I'm just going to tell you the Facebook group is probably the best place to ask any and all crafty questions. There's over 6,000 members in that Facebook group that are there for constructive criticism, question answering, help, and all that kind of stuff. Sparkle Dumpster has a question.
I see that.
If I want to start selling my stuff, would a Makers to Learn membership show me tips and tricks for doing this? Miss Sparkle Dumpster, yes ma'am. It would absolutely help with that. We were talking earlier about those 3 free e-courses that we give you, and while you know how to work with your machine, the one that is worth the most money, $97, is how to build a business through die cutting. So this right here gives you guys the opportunity, the knowledge, the know-how, the tips, the tricks, the skills to sell your own products. It gets you, enough of the way there for you guys to be able to be inspired and to have, all the knowledge to do that. And then, of course, if you're an active yearly member, we give you that commercial license. And we do have, I want to call it not like an upgraded, but it's a larger, bigger, more in-depth program that's called Design Make Sell. And it's all about mastering designing and selling your products. So I don't know if this is for you, Sparkle Dumpster, or if it's more of our membership that you're looking for. But you will learn a ton of stuff in this. You can choose from, a lower level, or you can go all the way to professional. You can go intermediate, advanced, professional. Do whatever you would like to do. But we do have a lot of awesomeness packed into that as well if you would like to see that. The link is in the description below. So thanks for asking, though.
Miss Kimberly says, question, do you always use your shape when making items? If so, why?
Kimberly, we always do. I feel like it has dramatically lessened the amount of craft fails that we've had. Becca, do you agree?
1000% agree.
Yeah, because you have your physical, well, not physical, you guys know what I mean. You have your basically physical dimensions of what you're putting, this vinyl or HTV on right here in Design Space. So this is my Hobby Lobby
There's no
frame.
guesswork.
No,
there's no guesswork
no.
for how you need to size anything when you already have an item, a shape in there that represents the exact size of the blank that you're decorating or applying to.
And I can't tell you how priceless that is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to drill this into everyone's head to always, I want this to be second. I want this to be like hitting mirror on your HTV. I want you guys to start putting these shapes in here in Design Space because it will really make you a much better crafter. It kind of forces you to slow down to make sure that you are doing things correctly and sizing them accordingly.
We had a couple of viewers who have commented and said, I tried to make labels for lip gloss or for essential oils or whatever, and they were too small or they were too big. How do I get them to fit on there? And had they measured their lip gloss or essential oil or whatever and put in Design Space a shape that represented that size, and then created their label according to that, they wouldn't have had those fails. So yeah, that's definitely why we try to push that on you guys.
It's
an easy step,
awesome.
and it just saves so much time.
It is an easy step. It's not hard, and you guys know we're simple crafters. We are lazy crafters. We would not do this if it did not make a difference. We are a professional business, and we do this. So yeah, that's just what we do. Becca, have I missed any other questions?
Miss Jane just said, the beginner e-course on your membership, would that include a step-by-step guide to starting to use Design Space program?
Yes, it would. That's in one of those guides that I just showed you. They're amazing. And if you guys get into the Facebook group, which is member only, I think I had someone say, what is the Facebook name? Mm-hmm. So we have a Facebook page that is Makers Gonna Learn that anybody can join, or not join, but follow, like whatever. And then we have a member-only Facebook group, which you have to answer questions that only a member would be able to answer. And then we screen you guys and let you guys in there, and it's member-only, and it's amazing. So that is another perk of membership. And that Facebook group, we downplay it. That's a lot of our members' favorite things. And a lot of our members who don't have Facebook use an alias, or they'll use their middle name or their initials or something and make a page just to be able to be in the Facebook group, because we give Miss Becca has member only videos that are exclusive to members on the Facebook group just about every week. We have Tanner sometimes will give you guys some freebies, like he'll buy you guys some Starbucks sometimes, or give a random gift card away, or give a sneak peek of something upcoming. I mean, you always want to be plugged into that Facebook group where all of our members are. It's like the easiest place for all of you guys to mingle. So I've seen no questions on this, so I hope that you guys know what you're doing. After you do this and you go through there and you attach all of these, I will go through here and click shift and attach every one of these. So I'll go on down and attach all of these together. So you guys can do that several ways. Just going in here is the easiest way, and clicking shift and attaching all of the black together, so that whenever you go to cut it, it cuts just like this. Because let me just tell you how much easier this is than placing these word by word. Like if I placed this and then I had to place the P, I would never be able to get these straight. So this is the easiest way to do it after you have attached it, or not attached it, after you've aligned it all up right here. You just attach it all together, and then it's so easy. So then we don't need our backing, and we also don't need any of their little squares here. So I'm just going to go through and hide all these squares. You can hide them or delete them or whatever you'd like to do. But all we're going to be cutting today is these letters here and those letters. It's really that easy. It's not hard at all. So I'm going to press make, but because I love you all, I went ahead and already cut and weeded all of these. So again, this is not in any particular order. Don't freak out because you can't read it as father. That's fine. Move these around. This is a perfect excuse to use some scraps. I would recommend kind of spacing them a bit out more than the Cricut has them, because of these teeny tiny numbers down there. It sometimes gets super easy to either peel those up or cut them when you're trying to separate them. So just separate them a little bit there, and make sure you click your mirror on both of these, since, oh no, wait, see guys? See? We're not using HTV Mecca. We're using vinyl. That's what I'm saying. I want you guys to pop Design Space shapes in there as easy as I click that button when we're using adhesive vinyl. So since we're using adhesive vinyl, we're going to hit continue and then select vinyl. My shoe's untied. I can feel it. It's okay. I'm sitting down. Vinyl. No, I clicked printable vinyl. What's wrong with me today? There it is. Vinyl. And then I give mine more pressure because our blade is not fresh, but I've already cut this out, so you guys are welcome. So I'm going to turn my keyboard off, and I'm done with that. And I have this cut for you guys, and I have all of these little letters cut and weeded for you guys. These actually also have transfer tape on them, and I have some of these on here. So let me kind of just show you a little breakdown of what I do when I was making this first time. So again, here's how we've started. You can see how it looks. It looks super good. I'm going to just kind of, this is just looking, okay? This is just looking. F-A-T-H-E-R. Perfect. So I'm just kind of visualizing things, because if you guys reference in Design Space, these are not all in the center. They're not in the center. They're over to the side. If you look at the one that's finished, our Scrabble tiles are, they're over just a bit, because I think it's more important to line up our larger piece that is our black vinyl than to line up those, because then our large words would look over to the side and it'd be awkward. So this looks really good. They'll all be scooted over to the side a little bit, so you can kind of stack them up. And we only have 2 more to do today, so I'm going to show you guys those as well. So here those are. Here are the ones that I have just done. Let me grab a burnishing tool. And I'm going to come in a bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. So cute. So cute. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. Yeah, let me know. Okay, I'm going to be peeling this backing off. Make sure you burnish really well. These teeny tiny letters can get tricky. And then the numbers on the bottom, like, forget about it. It's going to be tricky. But I really wanted to try and use regular vinyl today for you all. So once you have this on there, sometimes it's easier to cut off like the edges or the sides or something. And then sometimes I just go for it. So once it's kind of on there, I just go for it. These are so small, it's really easy to eyeball them. So that's just kind of what I do. And I just burnished with my finger.
Okay, 2 questions. Melissa says, "Hi, ladies. Question: I've been weeding on the mat and love it. I've been working on a larger vinyl project, and after weeding on the mat, do you first take off the vinyl from the mat, then put on the transfer tape, or do you pull the transfer tape on and then pull the vinyl off?"
That's a dang good question.
Yeah.
You're going to see me do it here in 10 seconds, but we put our transfer paper down first. At least I do. I haven't actively watched Becca.
Yeah.
But yeah, so while I have my third hand, aka the Cricut Mat, I take advantage of it. So I always make sure that I have, everything how I want it. And since the bottom of this A is messing me up a little bit, I'm just going to whack it off. And that way I can keep my thumb there and hold this down and still look at how this looks. So I like it. Placing it down. Going for it. Okay. So, these are done. And see, I'm only going to do 2. I did the rest for you guys. You're welcome. So, just going to burnish that with my finger and then pull straight down. Perfect. Okay. All of our Scrabble tiles are done. Awesome. Now, we'll work on this guy. So, I'm going to bring the camera back out and then show you guys how I'm going to do this. So, pretend that I just did this. It would be right here on the mat. I just weeded it. Great. Now I'm going to go in with my transfer tape, just like so. And this is a little bit over 6 inches, so it's just enough to drive me crazy. Because my transfer tape is 6 inches, but I'm not going to... Is it covering it?
It is.
Well then...
How?
Hot dang! I don't know. We're just going to go with it. I'm going with it.
Well, because you've got a 1/4 inch on the left before it starts, and then, but still, that's hysterical.
I'm going for it. I can't see anything. Is this it? Did I cover it?
Yeah, you got it.
And if a little bit is showing,
I think this sees.
So that's fine. That's
big
fine.
deal.
Okay, so I'm gonna lay that down, and then I'm gonna burnish. Burnish from the center out.
Oh, Rachel, I got a really good question. You're gonna love the answer.
And will I? Okay.
Have you tried the Cricut Bright Pad yet? If so, how do you like it? I want it so bad for weeding mandalas.
Yeah, Becca, can you go get it out of the dumpster so we can share with our friend how much we love the... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the shade I've just thrown. I don't like it. I feel like it, a couple things. Since I weed on the mat, I do not weed off the mat. Since I feel like weeding off the mat, you're wasting time. Then I hate the Bright Pad, because the Bright Pad, you have to weed on that. And even with masking tape, it doesn't adhere like this does. So it's more complicated. I feel like it doesn't do anything. And even when we're not in like the best light ever, live streaming, when me and Becker are just making crafts, and sometimes half the time we don't even turn the dang light on, it still looks... we can still see what we're trying to do here. When in doubt, start in the corner. I don't like it when I see crafters start in the center or like start in the corner of a letter, because that can confuse viewers. Start in the corner when you're weeding, and that way you will come and then see what you're trying to weed. And then once you've weeded the outside, then you're like, okay, that's a piece, so I know I have to weed inside of it. It's really not a big deal. I don't like the Bright Pad. I never use it. It's also something you have to pay more money for, something you have to keep around. And we're minimalist here. If we don't use it weekly, it's out, you know, and it's just not practical for us. Even for glitter, darker glitter, iron-on, I don't like it. Becca, I'm saying not makers and
I've
learn,
never used it.
I know
because I don't really.
We could have other opinions.
Yeah,
and I know somebody loves it.
Ms. Terry says, I still don't get why we should use transfer tape. I thought we would just peel the adhesive vinyl up and stick it on. Is that something I'm struggling with? So look at, for instance, right now, if she didn't have adhesive tape on this, she would have to peel up each one of those letters individually and place them down individually, and trying to get those spaced evenly and level so that the word isn't crooked would be murder. It would be absolutely horrible. And
which is why we did all this hard work in Design Space.
Yeah.
To where we cut it, weed it, and weeding is when the whole thing is black. The Cricut just cut it, and we just pulled up the excess inside the letters and around them. And now we've placed... Guys, this is just masking tape.
Yeah.
It's just a big roll of masking tape. We placed this on it, and now this is what's going to transfer onto our frame so that we don't have to do these letter by letter. This stuff right here, I mean, it's magical. You have to use transfer tape. when you're doing something like this. Now, not with all projects. If you're trying to slap a heart on something or
Then
something
pull,
that's
yeah,
solid,
don't use your transfer tape.
pull it up like a sticker. That's fine. But something like this is
that
how
you
we're
want
doing
to
it.
be in the exact same position down as you design. On the same semi note, Miss Catherine said, when I put the transfer paper on first, it messes up my vinyl as it doesn't stay stuck like it should. I must be doing it differently than others. So burnishing, honestly, is definitely the key. So make sure that you burnish.
Yep.
Burnish, burnish, burnish. You cannot over burnish.
Nope.
And then how we pull it off the mat also is significant. And Rachel's going to show you that right now.
You can super easily ripple or pull up your vinyl, which will mess up your adhesive. Now, I'm not lying when I say that. You will mess up your adhesive if you try and take this like a lot of people do, take it right on the corner.
I was guilty of it when I first started.
Everybody is. Becca, you should see how much I've ruined.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this like I'm high and mighty. I'm saying it because I've done it so many times. So if you take this right here and just peel this guy right up off the mat like that, number one, you're going to curl your transfer tape and make it a lot harder to stick on there.
Yeah.
And number two, you're going to be curling all of this vinyl, pulling it all up from the backing and ruining the adhesive. It's not going to stick very well. And on the same note as, I might be doing this wrong, how our viewer said, it's not all about, we can't just blame ourselves all the time. Maybe it's the type of transfer tape you're using. If you're using this type of transfer tape, me and Becca say all the time, it's not as strong as Cricut brand transfer tape because it has a lot more adhesive, because this is truly masking tape. That's all it is. So this is ideal for everyday projects and for putting it, if you're putting vinyl on paper or a super slick surface or something, your vinyl is going to want to stick to your backing more than the transfer tape. And that is just because the transfer tape is gentle and we don't want it like ripping up our paper or peeling the ink off of a printable vinyl or something like that. So that's something to think about as well, how this is not as adhesive, but it's a good thing. So how we remove this off of the mat to preserve the, adhesive and all that is by flipping our mat over. Now you can wipe down your work surface or whatever if you're super worried about your mat, but we peel our mat up from our project and not our project up from our mat. So I will hold our project down with this hand, right like this, and peel our mat up. Going in here, peel our mat up, just like that. And now it's not curled, nothing's peeled, nothing is rippled, nothing is ruined. We're all good to go. So now is the stage where I would flip it over and remove the backing here. So first, I'm also going to straighten out my transfer tape, because I can't tell you also how many times I have wanted to place a project incorrectly because my transfer tape might have been slanted. So if your transfer tape is not straight, then your eyes want to tell you to put your project to where the transfer tape is straight. But really, we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on the words, but sometimes that's hard to do. So I just kind of straighten that out a little bit. And now is when you're going to burnish again from the back. It's all about going with gravity, guys. Kind of like how we pulled that up from the mat. We're just going with gravity. So we're just going to burnish from the back now, which is with gravity trying to get these letters to stick more onto the transfer tape than onto the backing. So once you do that, you're just going to start peeling up. And you want to peel tight. The tighter that you peel, the less likely your letters are to come peeling up on you, because again, this transfer tape is a little less sticky. And if you do it, this way on your letters, it's easier to see if a letter's coming up or not. You never want to do it away from you, because that way you can't see it until, heaven forbid, you've already ruined your project. I mean, it's easy to do. And look how easy that was. So that's kind of the in and outs of that. That was easy. Now we're going to set him to the side. Ideally, I would have thought of this beforehand so that doesn't get dusty, but no one's perfect here. Now we're going to get our alcohol in our amazing pump bottle, linked down below if you want one. I wish these were ours and we were selling them, because we would make a killing, because these things are awesome. But it's not. So we're going to clean this off. This gets all of the dust, debris, oil from your hands, residue, and all that good stuff off of here, because vinyl loves to stick to glass anyways. So if you clean it up, it's perfect. Perfect. Okay, so now is the hard part, and that is lining this up. So I'm gonna get up, get off of my seat, and the easiest thing is if you have a friend to help you, or if you are looking straight down on your project, it's a lot easier as well. So I'm gonna hold this up, and I'm gonna tell you guys this, not to try to scare you, but if even a single half of a letter of this gets stuck down before you're ready, you're done for. You're gonna have to lay it down where it's at, because that is just how vinyl sticks to glass. So I think this looks pretty good, Becca. Any?
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Okay. Now you want to look at the sides and the top, and just, I'm going to lay it down. Perfect. Now I'm going to get my scraper tool again. Same thing, start in the middle, work your way out. Prevents air bubbles and helps everything stick a little bit better. Perfect. Now, take that corner, and guys, it's gonna stick like butter. I mean, I could rip this and it's still all gonna come off just fine. I mean, yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. So nice. Now I'm gonna hop back in my chair. And now all we have to do is this, like that's it. So we have an F, A, T, H, E, R. Look how cute. Okay, so I'm gonna place these right where we want them. And this is another great tip. We're gonna be hot gluing these, but it's super important to try and get them how they were in Design Space. So feel free to reference if you want to. Really, spacing is just the main thing. And where our camera's a little bit funky, I can't see straight like top to bottom of it, so I'm like looking over the camera a lot, but I want Becca to tell me if I've done anything too terrible.
I mean, it looks pretty good to me.
Does it? I can't see over top, so like it looks like the spaces are getting smaller and smaller, but who knows? Okay. Any critiques?
The only one that looks a little off, but if you move it down, it'll change everything, is the carrying. Like the R should be down further.
Okay, which I can do that.
But it will change the spacing for everything else. Leave it like that.
Like that?
Yeah, that's good.
That? Okay. And then another thing I'm going to do, which is going to make us have to do this again, but that's okay, is start from the outside and work in. Now, you guys might be thinking, well, what? Wait, why would we do that? We could mess up our, our spacing. It's actually easier for your spacing if you start from the outsides and move in, because then, kind of like in Design Space, when we align that, when you have your top and your bottom, like your base ones, then it's easier to do these. So we're going to start at the top and do our F here. I'm just going to pick it up and get us a glob here. It doesn't have to be gigantic. And then I'm just going to hold it down here and place it down just like that. And then push it just a little bit. And then it's dry, like it's good to go. Now I'm going to go way down here at the bottom. And again, guys, if you want to make yours probably a bit straighter, be my guest. There we go. Get the hot glue gun string out of there. And now we're just going to place this down carefully. Carefully. Bad joke. Bad joke. Okay. Now we just have the inside four. We already have our base ones done, which is great. Now we're going to go in with our A, and I moved that T, but that's okay. We're going to be moving these around anyways. We just wanted to get a good idea before we started. Perfect. And guys, feel free to do it how you want to at home. Or we're going to have to put a disclosure in the in the comments, huh guys? Okay. All I'm doing is teaching you guys the steps. You all can take that and run with it. Now we're going to go down to our E here. Do our E. Cute. It would be nice if you guys on the back of this, because the back is just like, chipboard looking. We could take a Sharpie and sign it, write your dad a little note or whatever, and that would be super cute to do too. If you guys wanted to. Super cute. Okay. Just two more, guys. That's it. This one's next. It just takes a little bit of hot glue. Just a little. Love it. And once you have like the top one, down, then it's much easier to place these down. And then, guys, if heaven forbid you really don't like, the way these are, glass on hot glue is not like a permanent thing. Like if I wanted this to last forever and ever, I should use E6000. But since it's just something that's going to be sitting on a wall and it's not going to get a lot of action or anything, it doesn't really matter. But if I wanted to, I could probably get my finger under there and pop this off because it's just hot glue. It's not like it's making like a bond or something. It's just kind of chilling there cool. So while it does bond fine, it's going to last fine. If you wanted this to be super permanent, you would need to use something else. But I kind of like hot glue because I'm not 100% sold on these, so it makes it easier to fix like a problem. So that's all she wrote. Like that's it, it's literally that easy. They're not all straight as an arrow. They're not all perfect, but I think that's part of why I think it's so cute is because it has little character flaws and it is not perfect, and it doesn't have to be. Feel free to make yours perfect, but I'm super happy with mine being imperfect.
I love it.
I love that this, Becca, I think that Hobby Lobby uses early American. Like look how this matches. I know. Like, what in the world? So, this I use Jacobean. This is early American. I 100,000,000,000% for, recommend using early American. I did not see the beginning of the live. What did you use for the frame and the tiles? So, Leslie, all of that is linked in the description below. Here are our tiles right here. These are from Hobby Lobby. They're super cute. Just these little square tiles. All that we did was stain them. We used Jacobean Early American stain. That is also linked down below. And for the frame, this is just an 8x10 frame from Hobby Lobby. If you guys want to look it up or anything like that, right there is that. Try to find it while it's 50% off because that is a deal. But yeah, these are so stinking cute. I'm going to put this new one on this thing, Becca.
Okay.
Nail in. Because I like the new stain better, I think.
Yes.
It's so cute. But, guys, how cute was this? And easy. I'm telling you. It was just like repetitive in Design Space, but then after you know what you're doing, it's easy. Again, do this with mother, sister, daughter, niece. You can do it with whatever you would like and really make these personal. And since we're using fonts, that means you don't have to do just kind of words like this. You can do personal words or maybe if you guys have, verses in the Bible or something that really represent you guys and your family, you could put those in here. I mean, whatever you want to do just to make it fun and whimsical like that. But I think it's really, really cute. You guys are so sweet. Thank you all so much for watching because me and Becca would be super bored if no one watched these.
So bored.
We would be so bored. So Tanner was live on Monday, number one, because he wanted to talk about the 200,000 subscribers, which again, by the way, thank you guys so much.
Huge,
number
amazing.
2, he also wanted to show off his little craft space. And number 3, he's not going to be here on Thursday, which is Tanner's actual crafting day, or live day.
Yeah.
So Tanner did mine, what was supposed to be mine on Monday. I'm doing Becca's today, and then Becca is doing Tanner's tomorrow. So I know that makes no sense, and Becca doesn't need to touch anything anymore.
Good Lord. What is my problem?
Becca likes to magically hide these
everything, all of them at one time. We have 4 huge screens, guys. And
6 if you count these 2.
That's true. Somehow I hide all of it at one time.
She's like, what? Guys, I would do the same thing. Technology, I repel technology. It's so funny. Rebecca, we're from East Tennessee. Can you not tell? People say I'm pretty Southern. A
couple of people have said that they love your Southern drawl.
Drawl. I got some Southern
Oh my gosh,
drawl.
I almost. Oh. We were in Sam's the other day, and I don't remember if it was Beckett or Fallon, but one of them said, Mama, we need some drinks. And I was like,
drinks.
You need a what? A drink. I was like, no, we don't say drink.
We need drinks.
You need a drink.
You need a drink. Yeah.
Been around. Here's the funny thing. I think I've said it before. My mother is from Chicago, and so when we were raised, she was very...
Becca has 0 accent.
Oh, no, there are words where I'm like, oh gosh, I cringe when I hear myself say it. Anyway, she was very, cautious of how we said things. Mm-hmm. Now she's the worst in the world.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh my goodness, my kids can't be with you all day because they're going to be like, hi, Mama, how you doing? I can't handle it.
It's a problem.
Too much.
Southern drawl is a problem. I answer comments either about my accent, my wedding rings, or my teeth all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about those 3 things about me, but yeah, I'm fine with it. I don't care. It's nothing super mean, so I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah.
So
what am I making tomorrow?
What are you making?
It's a fun launch. A collection launch.
It's a collection launch. Thank you, Becca. Wow, I'm doing well. That's like basically 90% of my job. Yes, it is the requested cut file collection launch tomorrow, which is the first Thursday of the month. So Becca will be showing you guys a bunch of fun projects, maybe making a little project, it depends, and showing you guys through the amazing files that you guys get that week. I'd say that month, but you guys get way more. So you guys, all of our members and our yearly members specifically, because they do get the font launch, they get to have access to that. We have a requested cut file launch that is the first Thursday of the month is fonts, which is my favorite. I love fonts. Fonts are my favorite perk of the membership because you have infinite, ability to work with them. Your imagination can run wild. You have the freedom of the alphabet, which is awesome. So, yeah, Becca's answering that, Miss Jennifer. We go live at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, usually. Now, because it is summer, number one, our days are a little bit crazy, and number two, meaning our live days, like the days that we go live is a bit odd, and then number two, a lot of us are going on vacations, a lot of us are taking some longer weekends and enjoying time with family and friends and hanging out and having fun, because we're all still young and having fun, and hopefully doing some fun stuff this summer. Mm-hmm. Becca's got quite a few camping trips lined up.
Many camping trips.
Live through her through the camping trips. But anyways, so please bear with us on that. So sometimes the lives might be in the morning. Sometimes we might miss one. Sometimes it might be with some more odd people. I don't know. Not odd, but like different than the usual. Like for instance, so is it 2 weeks from now? Becca and Tanner and Courtney
and Blake.
No, that's at the end of the month. Is Blake going on this other one too?
I think so, because that's how when we were originally going to the beach.
I don't think so, because I think
thought Bleaky was going on it. I could be wrong. I thought he was.
Well, then guys, it looks like
Rachel's doing a live by herself
all week apparently. So if
I'll be back Wednesday morning. Remember, I said I could come back Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Becca will be here Wednesday then.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks from now, I'll be completely alone until Wednesday.
On Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next week after that, Tanner, Courtney, and Blake are going on another vacation, and then it'll be me and Becca just doing what we do. That'd be a good time to clean this place, Becca. Sorry, side note. That's just a side thought. With everybody
we just had this conversation.
Yeah, we did. When are we going to clean this place? But anyways, do you know where Churchill, Tennessee is, Becca?
I do.
Yes, Churchill. It's close. Let's see here.
Yeah, you're not very far from us. If you're in Churchill, you're not very far from us.
Yeah.
Anywho.
I don't know what Sherry's talking about. Tell me how you feel about a few below 0 days. I think she's talking to another person.
No, it's me. We're having a conversation. We do this a lot. She's from Chicago, and I said, I've honestly never been. It's on my bucket list of places to go. And she said, you're not missing much. It's cold. And I said, I love cold weather, which I do. And she said, that's because you don't get it often. I'm telling you, it does not matter. I could be cold. It could snow every single day of the year, and I would love it.
Really?
I'm not kidding. I love cold weather. I love boots. I love socks. I love hoodies. I love being cold. I hate being hot, like with a passion.
I hate being hot.
It literally makes me mad.
I hate being
and
hot.
then it ruins my whole day. I hate sweating. I love cold weather.
Where in the world? Cold weather. Where in the world is it 60 something all the time? Is there a place, or is that just going to be heaven?
What about Washington? Like Seattle? I don't know. I have no idea.
Seattle's rainy a lot.
I also love rain.
Forever.
I'm that weird melancholy person who loves rainy,
that's so weird,
cloudy days.
That's so weird. I get such anxiety when it says rain or snow in the forecast, or storms. I don't like those either. I enjoy them. I just want to be home. I want to know where my husband's at and it sounds so cheesy. If I had kids, I would say where my kids are, but I don't, so I have a bird. I want to know where my bird's at. I want to know where my husband's at. If I'm with them and I'm fine and we're good, then I can handle anything, whatever. But if I'm out and about and just like, oh, it's storming, that's okay. I'm just going to go to Ulta. No, that homie don't play that game. I don't do that. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining and for all the conversation. You guys are incredible. Becca, how many do we have with us? I never asked.
Well, I hate to touch. I shudder to touch this computer because I'll mess it up. It's just 161. So we had like 180-ish at one point. Yeah. They don't like our bantering right now.
Listen, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's why you can click
Alaska.
off.
You can move to Alaska. It's a very temperate place.
Well, then I'm going to go to Alaska, guys. I'm going to be working remote from Alaska. So I don't know. I hate being super hot and I don't like freezing my butt off. But I would rather be cold than hot. Always. Always. Anyways. Make this for your dad. He'll love it. If Tanner was here, he would crack a joke about not having a dad.
Yeah,
or that his dad would love it if he'd ever met him. Or something super cringy that he thinks is hilarious.
And we all just stop.
We're all like, oh, God.
What do I say?
What do I say? Because it's totally Tanner's dad's loss, because Tanner's a great person, but
not to segue from Tanner's dad, but there is an actual crafting question.
Thank God.
Okay. Are there different strengths of transfer tape? I'm using pretty foil for something I cut on my joint and can't get it to stick to the transfer tape.
Great question. Yes, there is. Foil and glitter. Ugh. Glitter vinyl. If you get that out of the dumpster as well.
That's right with our bright pad.
It's right in the dumpster with our bright
Although
pad.
I did use glitter iron-on the other day and I loved it.
Glitter iron-on is
It's fantastic, yeah.
But glitter vinyl, garbage. Okay, I hate doing this. 651's glitter vinyl is actually incredible. It's great.
Really?
Yes.
They're regular vinyl? I've never used it.
They're like glitter vinyl. Glitter, yeah. It's incredible. I think it's because the Cricut brands is so textured, whereas Oracal 651 has like gloss over it, so it cuts easier, it weeds easier, it transfers awesome. So if you want to try that out, that is the only glitter vinyl that I would recommend. But there are different strengths. You can get this, which is, I would say, the weakest, but best for like day to day. So this is masking paper transfer tape. It's the best stuff ever. And then one up, I would just go straight to the regular standard grip Cricut transfer tape.
Guys, I made a mistake. The very first transfer tape I ever bought, because they didn't have standard at Hobby Lobby when I went, was strong grip.
It's true.
It's horrible. And I don't know why I still have it.
That's the only one you can use with glitter vinyl if you want to have any hope, and you might need to use that with your foil. But if you have it at home and you don't know which it is, if it has purple grids, that's strong grip.
Throw it away. It's
Put
horrible.
that with your bright pad and your glitter vinyl. Okay, this transfer tape is in the description below, Miss Michelle. It's incredible.
Yes, get it. You will not regret it.
I think it's in the bot. Like, there's a couple of links, and then my supplies are down there. This is incredible. Love this. It's 6 inches by 100 feet for like $15 or something. You're not supposed to say Amazon prices or whatever, but I don't care. I love it. We have rolls of this in every room, and we're running out on one. I need to order another one because this is like essential. Me and Becca can't get through a day without this.
For sure.
So we love that. Yes.
Which is funny because I generally hate regular vinyl.
Yeah.
So the fact that I use it at all.
Wes.
What?
Wes says I use duct tape for glitter vinyl.
Well, that's about the equivalent of.
Hang on. How the crap do you know where you're putting it if you use duct tape?
I didn't even think about that.
I already have some trouble with this because it's a little bit cloudy. Wes.
It's guess. You just
Are you just like closing your eyes and letting Jesus take the wheel? Like.
But I do like it. I mean, it's basically the same thing as duct tape.
You have to.
I love that.
I'm in no way making fun of you, Wes. I'm super intrigued. I've got to know.
Rebecca said, I love y'all's light bulb logo. Isn't that the cutest thing ever?
We have one there, and then I'm repping one. Yeah.
I love our logo.
I do too. This is a... Oh my gosh, I was about to say... This is really hard to weed. That's hard to weed.
Yeah, so even that big it is.
But... It's cute. If you see the light bulb, you know who we are. And that's all that I've ever
sure.
wanted is an image logo that people just knows what it is without reading
McDonald's
words.
arches.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's MGL. Okay. You guys are the best. We're going to get out of here and enjoy the rest of our evenings. We hope that you all enjoy the rest of your evenings. We love you all so much. Thank you again for 200,000 subscribers. I can't even fathom that.
I know. It's incredible.
And like how sweet you are and how loving you guys are is just incredible with 200,000 of you. I'm blown away and I feel so blessed because of you. And you guys are truly the reason me and Becca get to even be here. So thank you all. Go ahead and get your membership for $20 off today. Use that code MAKE at the checkout and get your yearly membership. Also, there's a summer summit happening, which is incredible. That's happening in like, oh my gosh, Becca, we get to say next month now.
Oh, God.
That's happening next month.
Well, so I'm laying in bed last night. You know, it's June right now. June's my birth month.
Yes, it is.
I'm almost
When's
asleep.
Anna's birthday?
Exactly.
They're twins.
I'm almost asleep. And I was like, wait, it's my birth month. And he was like, why did it take you this long to figure that out? Because, like, I use that excuse all the time. From where I'm a twin and had to share my birthday forever, I feel like I get a whole month.
Yeah.
And so anytime that I'm like, hey, Wayne, can you get me a drink? And he's like, man, I'm like, but it's my birth month.
It's my birth month.
It's my birth month.
How dare you? Oh my gosh. Guys, Becca's also like the best gift giver.
No!
I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Like,
Nothing. Don't do anything.
I'm probably going to have to like pray about it.
Quit.
That's how much I need to do better.
Stop it.
Anyway, when is your actual birthday, Becca?
June 28th.
June 28th, guys. So you guys can mark that down. It's
You
Miss
got
Becca's
a little bit of
birthday.
time to think about it, friends. Think about the song you're going to sing me and post to me in our Facebook
All the crafts
group
you're going to make her.
in my honor. Yeah.
Please do that now. I'm
Guys,
begging you.
Gifts are my love language, but giving gifts are my love language.
You can tell. Like, she's so freaking thoughtful. I
just
mentioned
love it.
one. I don't even think I ever told
I already
you.
have another one on the list to give you. I'm so excited for Christmas if you don't get it before then.
Oh my god. Okay.
I have a running list. I have a running list of gifts. So anytime that I'm talking to somebody about something and they just mention something, I write it down.
But literally, I don't even understand. So I mentioned one time, probably when you first started back
It was
in
one of our first
November,
conversations.
that my friend used to rock, she still does, my friend rocks these Pandora bracelets with a bunch of super cute, really sentimental charms on there that just mark like birthdays and anniversaries and weddings and stuff, and how I'm sentimental and how I would, I think that's super cool. I wasn't even like fawning over one or whatever because, it's just, I just thought it was super cool. I would love to have one someday, but am I going to march my butt out and buy one? I probably never would have done that for myself. And my birthday rolls around this past May, and Becca bought me a Pandora bracelet, and it was just...
What was the charm, Rachel?
Tell them.
It was so stinking cute. It was a popcorn bucket with little pearls for the popcorn. Oh my gosh.
Because Becca also knows I'm obsessed with the movies, and that me and my husband, our first date was at the movies. We even have it tattooed on us forever. I'm a movie buff, and Becca literally was the cutest, most thoughtful thing ever. I thought I was just going to weep.
So excited.
And I've not even known Becca that long, and that's how aware and giving she is and thoughtful, and it was incredible. So I can't wait to fill those bracelets with things for myself and my future children and stuff.
Super fun.
So cute. So Becca's like the best. So anyways, thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow. Miss Becca is going to be making, I don't know if she's going to make anything. We'll see. But she's going to be
think about that.
But
we'll see.
Prep it tomorrow if so. And she's going to show you guys all the super cute files. These are super cute files.
They're very adorable.
They're like miscellaneous, so it's not kind of like a collection where it's like all one thing. They're all over the place, which is really neat. It really gets your wheels turning, gets you guys inspired. So thank you all so much. Please have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.